got some people in the house. Hey there, where's Alice? She's here. Hello! Welcome! It is April 14th, which means that we are rolling along with these happy at home chats. Thank you so much for joining me. Seriously, I've been having the best time hanging out with you. Oh, look at this. I already see there's a thumbs up in here. That's like so sweet. Yay! Okay, so I sent out a quick little email as a reminder, and that means if you saw that, you're probably already subscribed to this list. So thank you, because that lets me be able to send you notifications. Yay! There's my little applause track. I know, cheesy. I love it though. Like, bring on the cheese. So welcome, and says, hi everyone, I'm looking forward to today. Gina is here from Rhode Island, and Kathy says, happy birthday, Joyce Alvarez, aka Mom. Yay! Happy birthday! Let's see. It's your birthday! Happy birthday! So I don't even know. Woo! That's what I needed. Yay! So happy birthday. I'm so glad that you're here celebrating with us. That's so sweet. Judy says, hey everyone, did I actually beat Alice? Okay, there we go, Kathy. Happy birthday, Joyce. Happy birthday. Okay. Yay. So this is super fun. Welcome. And today we are going to be talking about Nuvo Drops. Yay. I don't know if you have these. I don't know if you've never seen these. So tell me below. I would love to know. Yay, nay, tried them, never tried them, seen them, haven't tried them, didn't like them. Like, what's your first impressions? So I'm going to be showing a little bit of a comparison today. Kathy says, I love it. Thanks for the party. A little comparison between different types of drops. I don't have all the drops. Let's be real. Even though I'm a really good shopper, I don't have all the drops. I have a few of the drops. There are more of them that I want. But I'm going to show you what I do have, and I'm going to show you the difference between the drops, and I'm going to show you why it's something you might even like. Joy says, thanks everyone. Yay. So Mickey says, I have several colors of Nuvo Dots and I like them. Yay. So for those of you that have never seen this, don't know what this even is, and you're like, well, come on, explain. They are drops that come in a little bottle, and they allow you to create your own enamel dots. So if you're a fan of the enamel dots and you love them, wouldn't it be great if you could just make your own whenever you want and put them exactly where you want them on your layout and not have to peel them and stick them? Maybe. Well, we're going to talk about what some of the pros and cons of using the drops are, and we can share some of our successes or horror stories. All is welcome. And here, let me do that. So, yay. April says, hi, I've finally planned my day to be here live. Yay. Let's see. Jacqueline says, I've never tried the dream drops. I have some of the crystal and glitter ones. Karina says, hi, I have several and I love them. And Daniela says, I have a few that were in kits, but I have them lying around. No idea what to do with them. That will change now. That's what she said. And I'm like, yes, that is the goal. So I'm going to confess, I don't use them as much as I should because I love adding those little embellishments. Like, I could have held up a lot more than this as kind of like an idea. One of the things I love about the drop when you buy enamel dots, they're super easy to use, right? You peel them, you stick them, done. This little tiny little bit of happiness that you add to your page, aka happy at home enamel dots, they totally make me happy. So super fun. But what I often find out is that sometimes I don't have the right color in the size that I want. And, you know, you're limited by what's on the pack. And once you use them up, you're like, I'm using my last one of this one. And that's kind of the end of it. When you get to the end of the bottle, which I have not done yet, you know, you buy another bottle and you don't have to be like, can I find those little enamel dots anymore? So that is one benefit. Yeah, Sheila says, I don't own them, but my card class teacher loves them. So recently I had done some cards. They are not those ones right here, although those are super cute. I had done part of them during the live, some of the first ones that we did actually, when we did some watercolor. And when I put the cards together, I used the little Nuvo Drops just to add this little finishing touch. I did some in the center of the flowers, and I did some kind of as little embellishments at the bottom of the card. Super cute, super happy to use them. And I have to say, pretty fun. Let's see. Tiffany says, I haven't tried them in part because I was never patient for Stickles, so I figured they weren't the product for me. Good thinking, girl. If Stickles were not, you didn't have the patience for Stickles, which are sparkly glitter and glue kind of stuff in little squirty bottles similar to these, then maybe this might not be the thing. One of the really important things, if you are using any kind of liquid product such as this, is to do it last and then to set it aside and give it time. It's kind of like you finish that layout, you add the little doodads with your little cute bottle of color or glitter or whatever the fun things are, and then it's the last thing you do, and then it has to set aside to dry because it takes some time. That is the one thing about this. Like the instructions on these ones here, because I just got, these are brand new. I'm so excited to try them. I haven't had the vintage drops before, and the instructions actually say that you get the full matte effect, because these ones are matte. They're not glossy and shiny. That's the vintage thing. Full matte effect after 48 hours. So they're not even talking like by the next morning. Like they're saying you get the full effect after 48 hours. So just something to know. But they're fun, they're great, and you kind of can get different effects based on the type of medium you're using. So what I thought we would do is, let's try this out. Oh yeah, okay. We're gonna deal with the lovely color thing again. There, Nuvo Drops. Those are the kinds that I have. Did I cover all of them? Glitter, Dream, Crystal. Okay, I think so. So I've got these two sheets of paper, and it might be a little hard to see all the words, but I've got Crystal, Dream, Vintage, and Glitter. And I did that on black paper and on white paper because some of the drops give you different effects. I don't actually know that I have the ones that give you the coolest effects for this, but some of them are pretty cool. Underneath this video on the replay, I will add the link under the video in the description. You know, when it says show more, you got to click the show more, and I will have a link there for you to see the video that I did at the Nuvo booth at Creativation in January, because it was so good. Maria did the video and she showed us the difference between the drops. So this is like the pared down version of what she did. Hers was like the bomb, super good. And I would say that if you want all the tips, watch that video. Like I said, I will link it below for sure. And this will just be the non-expert showing you what a non-expert can create with these. Fair? Okay. So Lynn says something that I've actually heard a lot, which is why I thought this would be a good topic for today. She said, I have tried them. I am not very good at using them. Whether it's because you forget to use them, that's a totally different issue, or you're not getting the effect that you want. Sometimes that's the thing. Diane says, I've never heard of them. And April's excited because she just bought some Nuvo Drops at a craft show and I haven't used them yet. Oh, Terry says, I love the black. Danelle doesn't have any. Not sure what I'd use them for. anywhere you can put an enamel dot, you can definitely put one of the Nuvo Drops. So yeah, Terry says, I often tend to place my hand down on my finished card. Oh no. Yeah, it's like the finish and set aside. Definitely the kind of thing. Mickey says, use the end of a pack of enamel dots. I think part of getting to the end of a pack of enamel dots is that sometimes whatever's left isn't really in the color that you're looking for. This was actually a multi-sheet set, and I've used a lot of them, actually. I think I might have showed a page recently that had a lot of these larger ones on it. These were super fun. I actually didn't even remember where they were from. That's terrible, but I try to keep things in packaging so that I know for later. But enamel dots come in lots of different styles. So like you can see, these ones are actually like glittery. These ones are, you know, smaller sizes. You got some really big sizes. Here you've got glittery ones. There's all kinds of enamel dots that you can get. But what I find is that when you go to add them onto your page, I like to do like a little cluster with 3, right? It's all about that rule of 3s. And when you're doing that rule of 3s thing, you end up not always having the best sizes. So yeah, Mickey's like 48 hours. That's like for the vintage to get the full matte effect. I don't think you actually have to let them dry that long. I think they're pretty good to touch. But here's the great thing. We're going to do samples today, and we can look at them again tomorrow and in 48 hours to kind of see how long did it really take to get that full effect, because we're going live every day. So yeah, super fun. Diane says, I have used Stickles, but once. Yeah, Stickles. Oh, I love those things. I love sparkle. I love shine, but I don't like glitter. I just don't like having it everywhere and all over my hands and everything else, and then all over my face. Because what do we do? What have we learned through all of this stuff? We've learned that we touch our face way too much. So then all of a sudden your glittery fingers become a glittery face, and then you're passing it around to everybody else. Nuvo Dots, perler beads. LOL, that was a ton of work. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. Yeah, Patricia says, good afternoon. I've seen Nuvo Drops, but I didn't buy any because I wasn't sure how to use them. So let's dive in. Let's play with this stuff. I'm actually going to put you guys up on here, make my face a little tiny bit in the corner, and you see that I have my little work mat here. I actually also have a piece of paper towel that I have dampened just for the case of when I get my fingers dirty, because part of what we're going to do is get my fingers dirty. Okay, so let's start here. Introduce you to the types of drops that I have. The first one is crystal drops, and I have 2 of these really bright colored ones in the crystal drops. They have the lovely big crystals on top of them. Some of the other ones have things like that too, so we'll kind of look at the difference in the packaging as we go. And these ones here are basically what you would think of when you make an enamel dot. Very similar. Mickey says, I saw someone use an analogy of COVID-19 transmission as it relates to glitter. Yeah, I could kind of see that. So crystal drops, but the crystal drops do come in other styles, and these ones here are kind of pearlescent, and that's really fun. So I have a couple of those into slightly different styles, and I actually don't even know, I don't remember if this one is pearlescent or not. Next up here, I've got my Dream Drops. That's almost hard to say, Dream Drops. It's actually good to say, but it's just a little tricky. Yay, when mommy scrapbooking. Hey, Amy. So we've got 2 kinds of them here. These little pink ones. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. Those ones, I'll tell you the colors as we go. And then I have some of the vintage drops. Those are the ones that dry and they're matte. And then I didn't have any of these before, but I recently picked these up too. I've got some glitter drops. So yay for the glitter drops. So those are my four main types. Plus these are kind of slightly different. Amy says gloss crystal drops are my favorite. And I don't have any that are like extra gloss. Like if that's a separate category, there are several separate categories. April says I went and got them so I can check. She has 5 crystal and 1 jewel, and I don't have any of the jewel ones either. Dang. Okay, so let's just start by making a drop. And I haven't done any kind of prep work on these, so we'll see what comes out and what doesn't come out. And I'm just gonna make a drop. And I'm trying to make it like look kind of cute, but I guess we'll see. And you can make little ones and you can make larger ones, right? Let's see if I can make one that looks larger and doesn't look ugly. Okay, I mucked it up a little, but I think we'll see. We'll see how it looks. And then I also wanted to give us a little bit that we can smush. Okay, so I'm going to do the same onto the other paper. And a tiny one, and then a bigger one, and then a drop that I can smush. So the Caribbean Ocean that you're holding, says Amy, says gloss in the name. So it is Gloss Caribbean Ocean. Look at the girl that knows her stuff. Look at the girl that knows her stuff. Totally. There we go. Nuvo Pro in the room. That's right, Karina. So let's see. Glitter drops are awesome. Self-contained glitter. And the gloss ones are her favorite. And she says that it was the red and pink ones, pink and blue. Oh man. And Jill says storing them upside down, I've heard, helps keep the air out. So probably a great tip. I don't actually have a storage that allows me to do that, but I've seen some really fun storage things that allow you to do things like that. So I'm going to take this now and I'm actually going to spread this and see what kind of effect, because on black you kind of do get a different look compared to on white or something. And I think it's fun to see how you can use the drops in different ways. A layout isn't complete without drops. I love it, Amy. Can you bring your camera any closer? Well, maybe. Let's have a look. I have to move you. How's that? Oh, that doesn't want to stay there. Here, push it down. Okay. How's that gonna be? Any closer? Any better? A little bit better. Okay, but what I will do is I'll bring those up and show you. So I've managed to make some pretty decent drops. You will notice that with the tiny little drop, it's maybe not the most round and perfect. So let's have a look there. And you can see I've kind of got this one also not super perfect. But I'm going to show you with the pink, and then I'll go on to the pearlescent ones as well. So we're just going to do some dropping together here. Ooh, this one does not want to come out. Let's see if I can clean the tip on this at all. Yeah, it's better. Perfect. Okay, I do have a little pin that I keep handy. We'll see. I don't even know if it's small enough to go in here. Oh no, this pin is really huge. So that is not a good start for this one. It's probably the color that I've used the most, actually, out of all of them, is this pink one. It just takes practice to get the perfect drop, says Amy. So, Wow, that was a mess. You guys, this is like real. I am not like the pro, and I'm just proving that right here. But while I've got that off, maybe I can see about cleaning out that end there. Yeah. And let's see Alice make a real big mess. Push the pen straight through. Yeah, it would. It's not fitting. It's kind of a big pin, right? So that I can use it on some other things here. Let's see if that makes enough of a difference that I can get it going. Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna set this one aside. I'm going to find a proper pin, but for now we're gonna skip the pink. I just should have had a smaller pin, I guess. I haven't had to clean them out before, so I will say this is like both good and bad in the fact that yes, it's not going, but the fact is that I've actually never had to clean one out before. So this one here is the Nuvo Crystal Drops, and this one is called Bright Gold. Okay, let's see if we can get this one started. Yeah, this one's not a problem. Okay, so I'm just gonna do like a medium drop, a little tiny drop, and then a bigger drop. And I'm kind of putting a little divot near the top, kind of like a chocolate chip. I don't know if that's the best way. Feel free to correct me, Amy, if you're like, oh, Alice, you need some more technique. The thing is, I've used them, but that doesn't make me a pro. Oh yeah, and I wanted a little dot so I could squish them. And for these, you can definitely see that they're super pearl, like, metallic-y. Ooh. Look how nice that is on the black. Ooh, so pretty. Obviously something I need to do of more is put them onto black like that. So yeah, super shiny and pretty on the black. I'm gonna use this one here. This one is called Pale Gold. So this one was called Bright Gold. This is Pale Gold. So this will give us a chance to see them. Sheila says that I just pulled the cards I made using the drops, and one looks like glitter and the other is like a shiny silver. Oh, this one doesn't want to go either. So we'll set that one aside. These are the ones I need to puncture. Apparently, I have some smaller pins. They're just not sitting beside my desk here. Okay, so this one here, I'm gonna put it a little to the side. And I forgot to tell you what color it is, but we'll look in a sec. If Amy doesn't beat me, tell me before I do. It is oyster gray. It is gloss. It is gloss oyster gray. So look at the variety that I actually have without even knowing that I have a variety. I have gloss drops and not gloss drops and other drops. And there we go. But I think that seeing them on the different surfaces is really cool. It was one of the things that I really loved when Maria did that at the booth, like at the Nuvo booth, when she showed me kind of the different effects that you get. Ooh, I like that. And after this, I'll have an awesome swatch sheet so that I'll know just how cool my my drops are and the different effects that I can get. So April just discovered Art Glitter Glue. I use it for everything now, and I love that stuff. So who makes that one, this Art Glitter Glue? Is that like a Nuvo thing? The oyster gray is warm toned gray, and it's lovely. It is lovely. So let's hold that one up so you can, ooh, that finally focused. It's finally gonna cooperate for once. So loving the effect of that. Okay. Here, let's grab that little pin really quick. Okay, so this, I did a sewing project. Sheila says, I like how they all look on the black. And now you're making me want to swatch everything on black now too. That's good. That's good. You'll be so happy you did, because you'll look at that and you'll be like, oh, I need to do that more. Okay, so let's see if I can get the stinking thing going. Because, yeah, that pin went in so easy. It was like almost like not even an issue at all. That's hilarious. Okay, so let's go back here. And since I got a small-ish looking drop there. Oh, it's still not wanting to go. Apparently that little bit is being a pain in the butt. There. It's squirting and stuff now. There. April says, my current crafting is manual die cutting and card making. It makes it so great for those tiny word cuts, and it also works great for treat boxes. So that's what she's using that other glue for. So April says, I've heard that art glitter glue gets ruined if it freezes, so it's better to order it in warm weather if it's going to be shipped to you. That's a good tip. I know that when we were building our house, this is really not wanting to work. It's being a pain in the butt. I don't know what I've done. I probably need to just take it to the counter and deal with it. But we're here on live video, and this is the kind of stuff that happens when you're really crafting, right? Just make sure that it's actually sealed in here good. So yeah, I haven't had to fart around with these so much, so that's there. Mixed reviews, right? And here we go. And I'll put that little daub in there. Once again, I must have just like pushed the little pain in the butt part into the bottle, and now it's like just keeps coming back up to the top. So, anybody else ready for me to move on from this? Is this red berry? This is, yes, red berry. Which is funny because I wouldn't have called it like a red berry. It kind of, I think of it more of a pink than as a red, actually. Maybe my eyes are bad. Yeah, there's like a little chunk in this bottle somehow. So obviously I need to learn about storing my bottles more, because this should not be happening. And if they're better stored, are they better stored upside down? So somebody said that maybe they're better stored upside down. I don't even know if that's going to be enough to spread here, but I'm like done farting around with this thing. So, Jill says, my crafting friend puts them in her cleavage in her bra before she uses them. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Okay, so I'm going to spread these. There's a little bit on there. We're calling that good. Moving on from this thing. It was driving me nuts. Let's see if we can get this one to work without causing us so much grief. I've got like a disaster over here. It definitely leans towards the pink. Yeah. And like this is like pushing in there super easy. Okay. I think this was the pale gold. And this one's like coming out super easy now. So these ones are the crystal drops. So these were all crystal drops, and these ones were the pale gold. So those are the ones. Let's smear these. This one frig is so beautiful. This is probably one of my favorites right here, this pale gold. Look at how pretty it is. It's gorgeous. Okay, so I'm gonna hold those up here. We finally got all of them smeared. You can see that these two that are not kind of metallic-y, they don't really give you like the greatest effect, and they don't have like special shimmer and shine stuff in them. Like they are very much a clear kind of tinted clear kind of gluey texture, whereas these ones have that pearlescent kind of look to them. And you can see that some of my dots are not like super round, so if that would bother you, I don't know that you would love these glitter ones. But look at them here on this other paper. Like the look of this pale gold one, ooh, that looks really good, actually. These are all super pretty. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the Dream Drops. Now, if you found that these did not make drops that you would be happy with, the pale gold looks platinum. I would say it looks almost like champagne gold, like when you're looking at like the not brassy kind of gold, not a really yellowy gold. It kind of has that goldish, almost silver, so close to a platinum, but a little bit more on the gold side still. So the next two that I have are Dream Drops. Dream Drops are the ones that Maria said, if you want to make perfect drops, or you have struggled getting the perfect drops before, Dream Drops are the ones that you need. So let's play with the Dream Drops. And I only have the two in the Dream Drops. So these are the Love Potion. Now, I have to say, I used this. Oh, do I have it handy? I thought I had it handy, but I've buried things. I'm gonna find something because, oh, so pretty. Oh, shoot, did it go? I'll have to find it tomorrow for you guys. But I made a piece of paper where I used a template and then I put Dream Drops through the template because I just saw these and I'm like, I just wanted to make little Easter bunnies with a stencil. So the stuff does kind of stick on the stencil. I wouldn't say I had the easiest time putting this through the stencil. It's not smearing like some of the different things, but I persisted enough. I did a little bit in a corner and a little bit in the top corner. I'm really sad that it's not sitting right here. It's been sitting here all week, this layout that I started. And oh, it's gotta be right here. It was with this one. It is not here. I don't know where it is. I'll bring it out tomorrow because we'll be looking at how these are drying and stuff. And I smeared it within the stencil. And I was using kind of a little spatula thing to smear it, kind of to get it in the spaces because I used this tiny little Easter bunny thing. Oh my gosh, totally adorable. But I wouldn't say this was the greatest thing to smear that I've ever played with. However, to make a drop, kind of a fan. Now, I don't know if you saw, compared to the other ones, these drops, they turned out much nicer than the other drops. And this stuff has like this opalescent kind of look to it. Like I wouldn't say that it was like these because these ones are like glitter, not glittery, but like pearlescent. These ones are opalescent, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to smear that. I don't know if you can see that yet. I'm going to hold that up for you to see the look that you get on the black with this stuff. So it looks to me quite purple when I look at that. And I think different colors of paper, you're going to pick up different color. Let's get this to focus. You're going to have different looks to it. It is like the prettiest thing ever. And the opalescence of those drops make them look gorgeous. Like, seriously gorgeous. So, I'm a big fan. And if you look, like, compare how these drops look compared to those ones. Look how perfectly round the Dream Drop is. Total difference, right? Like, they're a different kind of drop completely. So, beginners. Beginners. Yeah, Christine says, I don't use stencils enough to buy the bottle, which I've seen used at the expos. And Amy says, I have pixie spray and I'm afraid to use it. I think, and April says, I just found out about pixie spray for tacking down stencils. It's in my shopping cart right now. And see, I don't know about this stuff. And Amy says, I don't consider jewel drops to be translucent. I would consider transparent with a tint. So yeah, lots of different things to do. When I smeared the stuff with my stencil, yeah, I used like a little spatula kind of thing. Yeah, it's like a Cricut spatula. I use it. I've used it for a lot more things than Cricut, actually. Like, probably more with mixed media than with anything else. Okay, this next Dream Drop that I have is called Gold Luxe. And I have played with this one. So we've got a drop and a little drop and a big drop. And then a little bit to smear. And I'll do the same on the white. Drop, little drop, big drop, and then a little bit to smear. And these ones also kind of have that opalescent kind of look to them. And the magic on the black, I think, with these Dream Drops. Oh, so pretty. My goodness. Okay, let's wipe that off my finger. And yeah, so can you see the effect on the black with those? Oh, so pretty. And yeah, you can see how nice those drops just kind of turn out. I'm quite the fan. And I don't know if you saw me when I was making this big drop. It kind of, I got some on there, but I wanted to add a little more, and I just popped more in there, and it's still like a perfect looking drop. So yeah, April says she's going to be making a swatch card. And yeah, Alligator Book. She says, the Dream Drops, they're not bigger. Well, I've maybe made them a little bit bigger than the other ones. Maybe not intentional. But they definitely have a, they were easier to get that perfect round look. Yeah, a teacher says those Dream Drops are beautiful. So the next one I have here is the vintage. I kept wanting to call them heritage. Vintage drops. And the color that I have is called Chocolate Chip. Totally haven't played with this. Just got these in the mail. So have not even started them. Yeah, it's coming out. So gonna do okay, so you see how slow this one's coming out? This is, and it's like leaving a tail behind. Not the same experience as using the other ones. I don't even know if I can make a big drop with this. It is going to be a mess. And they literally have chocolate chip tails. All of the ones I just did. Let me show you. They look like little Hershey's Kisses or little chocolate chips. Can you see that from the side as I try not to get my other stuff? Yeah, they all have little things. Interesting. Because that was a totally different effect. I wasn't kidding. I just got them. I've just opened them up. So I don't even know if I can make them not have that little tail. Okay, all of the tips for vintage drops needed. Good to know before I ordered more. Because the idea of having like a matte drop, and that is not even a drop. I can't even call that a drop. Okay, so note to self, not loving these at all, but maybe they're going to smear really good. you know, I'm not going to like rule them out yet. Maybe they're going to smear so nice. Sheila says it's surgical tape. Sticks. Okay, I think I missed part of conversation. And, ooh, it's really creamy compared to the other ones. You can feel that it's almost thicker. Okay, so this is my effects. They all look like little Hershey's Kisses. I would say if that was my first product I had got, I would never have bought these again. Has anyone used the Nuvo Mousse? Are you talking about like the little palettes and stuff? I've had some. I don't know if I have some right now. Oh, maybe look. Maybe since we're playing with Nuvo products, I'll go and see if I can find some of that in a second. I've played with different ones. So here's my glitter drops. Just got this one. Haven't played with it yet either. So already though, yes, it's got a little bit of air in it. Already better experience than those last ones. And they do have glitter in them that I can actually see already. So these are turning out better. I would say similar. They're almost like the crystal ones. They've turned out quite nice though, like as far as the shape of them, the glitter ones. Ooh, that glitter looks great. Yeah, that glitter is super nice effect when you smear it like that. And then it kind of has a little bit of that opalescence to it too. You can see the opalescence really good with the glitter in it. Okay, so that is a glitter drop. These ones are called White Blizzard. That is the color, White Blizzard. Yeah, I can't see that while I'm holding this here. But, ooh, that is a super nice effect. I'm a fan. Whew. And here they are, the drops on the white. Really hard to see, but you can see like the glitter. I don't know if you can see the glitter in it. I'll try to make it so you can see the glitter in it. They're looking pretty good. I have to say, this was really informative. If you have drops, definitely make yourself a test swatch. This was really good. Okay, I'm gonna grab something. I think I have. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, how old is this? This might be too old. How long has it been since I bought this? I guess we'll see. Okay, so it looks like a creamy lotion in a round container. This is Nuvo Embellishment Mousse. Adds metallic dimension details to your craft project. But, I don't know, it's a little bit pulled away from the edges of the container. This could be dried out. I have had it open. And it's hard as a rock. Okay, so note to self. Use it or lose it. Note to self. I just saw it and I'm like, oh, that doesn't look good. But no, yeah. So use it or lose it because that did not get all used up. You can see I had used some of it, but it's totally dried up. So sad. Okay, so Danielle says, how are the glitter drops different than Stickles? And Karina says, I think you have to warm the vintage drops before using them so that they flow better. I will say my room is not warm, or not cold, I mean. So these are my all-time favorite Stickles. These are the Diamond Stickles. So let's compare them because that was a super good question, Danelle. How are the glitter drops different than Stickles? Okay, so these are squishy, so that's good. And I'd say these were maybe my closest comparison. So I'm gonna put like a little line over here on here and get that pen to work and say these are Stickles. And I'll do that over here too. Just so we can kind of see that, and I'll be able to show more of that. So I'm gonna try with my Stickles here, once I get them down to the bottom, making a dot, kind of like an enamel dot. Do you see how it's like all gluey and goopy? Not like an enamel dot at all. So these, as far as trying to make a dot, not very successful. Let's just say Stickles, not a great thing for that. April says, and if you went to a craft show, you could take your swatch card so that you don't duplicate. See, I would probably take a picture of it and keep that as like a special album in my phone rather than actually carry the card, but it's a perfect idea for getting to know like what you have in your stash. So this is my Stickles. This is so difficult to try to make dots. Like we're not making dots. Oh, yeah, I like the metallic effect of that. I'd say they similar. Like you can definitely feel the glitter almost more in the Stickles. Like it feels rougher, the glitter does. And of course they're different kinds of Stickles, like different kinds of sparkle to it, but so you get different effects. This felt way smoother, and as dots, way better. These little Hershey Kisses, like, thank goodness I got chocolate chip color, because otherwise that would look so just weird. Like as little chocolate chips, it's kind of cute. I can say that. So if you wanted to make chocolate chips on your page, that would be the stuff. And like actually these ones have fallen a little bit over here on the white. Maybe it just was more worked up there or something. I don't know. So this is my comparison sheet. I'm going to be bringing this back tomorrow and show you all of the stuff. And that way I'll be able to really show you. And one of the things I'm going to do is touch them to see how squishy they are tomorrow once they've had time to dry. Diamond. Yes, says Kathy. Yeah, like the Stickles Diamond. It's magical. It's beautiful stuff. Yeah, the Nuvo Drops will dry with a dome, and then Stickles will dry flat. These Stickles are all kinds of messy. Let's just say they don't look like dots at all. And Alligator Book. Sorry, I don't know what your name is, but we'll call you Alligator Book. Says I would keep that on Evernote. So if you're using Evernote, that would be a great place to keep that. I make little separate albums on my iPhone for things like that. And yeah, she keeps pictures or swatches on Evernote and the inventory of colors depending on what it is. It was like, that's the perfect thing for like, if you have like certain colors of distress inks and you really like your distress inks or distress oxides and you like want to be able to grow your stash a little bit, that could be the perfect thing to do that. And let's see, Christina said, I love the idea of protecting with press and seal. Oh, I missed something. Christina says, I love the mousse. You can use it as watercolor, acrylic paint, through a stencil. So many uses. Tip is to cover them with pressed sealed plastic to keep them sealed when the lid goes back on top. Yeah, this is kind of disappointing because these are not cheap. I paid $8.50 for this packet, and to go back to it later and find it dried out is a little disappointing because it is beautiful stuff. It is so creamy and smooth, spreads through different oh, you know what, guys? That's hilarious. This layout here, I shared it yesterday. Here, let me show you. Literally, I used that Nuvo paste on it. Yeah, this Nuvo mousse was used on this. I had a couple different colors. You can kind of see the bluey color right there down at the bottom. That is this. I was showing this layout yesterday. That's super funny. Like, can't plan that. It's like, hey, let's talk about this other thing. Okay, but anyways, it's beautiful. I had used it, but obviously did not store it well enough. So, yeah, good to see. Okay, well, thank you for joining me for this session of Happy at Home. if you liked it, if you were curious about exploring these, or you'd never heard about the drops before and you're like, Nuvo, this is wonderful. Is that Nuvo Dots on the word happy? No, those are actually covered in sparkly paper, and then they have lights. They do turn on, but well, my son helped me with them, so they're not turning on right now. He had them all rigged up in series so that I could turn on one switch and they all turned on, but then his technology didn't last and didn't stay, so it's too bad. Oh my god, I love the alphabet. Did you cut out photos to do that? Oh yeah, like this. Like on this page, was that you were talking about, April? That's actually the picture of the letters in my room. So I took and I cut them out. Yeah, so I printed it, and you can see the crown, which I actually normally have in my background here. So it's kind of funny. Yeah. Yeah, it's the happy from behind me. So yeah, that's all the fun stuff from today. Looking at the different kinds of drops. I really love, I'm really loving these dream drops. So they're kind of living up to what's been promised so far. Like, they're really cool on the paper. They're really cool, like the effect of them. And they seem to make really nice drops. So we're going to look at that a little bit more tomorrow as we explore these sheets once they've dried. And we can even see if we get that full matte effect from those vintage drops in 48 hours in 2 days. So we'll be able to revisit these. I will have a different topic for tomorrow, and we will explore something else about the wonderful world of scrapbooking. If you enjoyed it, give me that thumbs up. I appreciate that. It's like a super fun thing for me to have. It kind of just shows me that this was a fun thing. If you have a suggestion of what else we should cover, then please go ahead and leave that in the comments on the video, because like the live comments, they kind of go away, but on the comments on the video, then I can see those after and be like, if I see lots of people saying, hey Alice, we need to talk about this, then that would be great. We will be visiting the Fuse tool sometime soon, so watch for that. We are going to get all shook up with that one, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you want to follow me over on Instagram, if you're looking for stuff, what I would suggest is that your local stores right now are probably doing some version of mail service. I saw some shops actually doing little videos to show you what they have in stock so you can see stuff. They're still getting things to their stores. So these new drops and stuff that I actually ordered them from a store. And if you want to order from that store and you happen to be in Canada or not, I'm sure they would ship international too. That store is called the Paper and Ink Boutique. They are in Calgary, Alberta, and they are a fabulous little store. So you can check them out, Paper and Ink Boutique. It is, super good. I loved the Catherine Pooler inks that we played with from earlier on in these sessions so much. I picked up 2 new colors, so I'm really excited to play with those. And I will be back tomorrow with another fun topic. So thank you so much for joining me today. Really appreciate the hanging out with you. It just makes my day a little bit happier, and I'm really, I love spending the time together. ScrapHappy girls, don't forget today we actually have our happy hour chat, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll see you again. So Mickey says topic, stencils. Oh, I love using stencils. That's a really good idea. Oh, and I'll show you the Easter Bunny one I did with these dream drops tomorrow too. I'll make sure I have that handy. Yeah, Marcia says in the US, Pine City Scrapbooking in Pine City, Minnesota, Montana. Sorry, MN. Sorry. will ship. That's her local store. Mickey says her local store is doing curbside pickup. I know that the paper and ink. And honestly, I have several local stores. I'm a big fan. Like, I'm actually closer to Edmonton. Yeah, support your local stores if you can. If you can't and you don't have anybody that's close by, then you could always use my affiliate link. Thank you. And that is for scrapbook.com. So if you use my link, then I get like a little bit of support back from that too. But yeah, if you have a local shop, please go and support them. They need your love more than ever right now. And they have great things. And they just want to get them to you. So Minnesota, thank you. Thanks. I'm like, Minnesota. Okay, so thank you. Yeah, no, I love it. And like, let's support our local scrapbook stores if we can. If there's stuff that you need or you get inspired, like, you know, it might be a small thing, but for them that could be like a big deal, right? Your small things can kind of really make a big difference for a small business. Yeah, Lynn says my local store has been closed over a month. I miss it. Yeah. And it's so tough when you can't go. Like, they're not hosting their classes right now. They're not doing some of this stuff. But I have to say, big credit to the stores, because if you go and find Paper and Ink Boutique on Facebook, they are rocking their Facebook right now. They are doing such a good job at making sure that people still get educated about cool, scrappy things. They're doing live videos. They're showing stuff from the store. And I see lots of stores doing that. So I think that, you know, my hat's off to them, like, with rolling with it during this time. So thank you to them too. So, and yeah, it's tough to lose our favorite stores. Like, that's tough. Anyways, thank you so much. I will be back tomorrow. We will have some more fun, and Scrap Happy Sisters, I will see ya soon. And if you're like, hey, what is the Scrap Happy thing that you're talking about? Pop over, check us out, scraphappy.org. We do lots of different fun things. We have challenges that we do a few times a year. We have different live events every month. There are so many good things that we do within our Scrap Happy community. We are an online community, so you can scrapbook in any style that you like, using any products that you like. We don't control that. We just say scrapbook the way you want to scrapbook. We're gonna get you inspired to create pages that you love and bring you together with all of our friends, because that makes it so much more fun when we can connect with other scrapbookers, people that actually get it. Because, you know, I don't know, some of the people in your life might not really understand how cool scrapbooking is. And like, I mean, it's so much more than a hobby, right? It's bigger than a hobby. It's about telling your stories. It's about that connection to your past, the connection to your life, the connection to your family. It is so much more than that. And I think that it always feels like a disservice calling scrapbooking a hobby. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, and I think that that's I really feel like that. And so having the connection of my Scrap Happy family, it really is great to connect with people that feel that same way, that get it. So yeah, I love it. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully between all of the fails, the wins, the everything in between, the dried out products, something here was inspiring and fun for you. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.